Hey collectors, it's only around about 17 seconds left, and then we're going to have the first season reset. We are right now still at rank number 6 in the world, which isn't too bad, I would say, which isn't too bad overall. And we can see the time ticking down, and then we should have the new season. So let's see what happens. And in this video, I will exactly explain to you what you should do to actually, well, get the most out of the new system. So let's dive into it. Claim the rewards, that's cool. There's okay, season ranking. Let's just screenshot that. I mean, just for the flex. I mean, let's see. Claim the rewards. That's cool. Getting some gems, getting some crystal coins. This means we should be really soon be able to buy another crystal coin skin, which is nice. And we have more resets. No, not more resets, but we have the star exchange, and that's the one thing which is really interesting. So let's see. Tap to continue, and we have all of those stars. Okay, I will just wait for that. So let me explain a bit more. In this video, I will explain to you which minis to buy and which minis to skip if you're resetting your minis, because you're going to start with not too much, to be honest. So as you can see right now, you're losing all of the stars, which means that you have still the minis, but you do not have them on any stars. So should we do it? I would definitely do it. I would just press the exchange button. Remember though, this change cannot be undone. So if you're skipping, you're skipping. If you're exchanging, oh, that's what you're doing. So let's go for it. Yeah, confirm, let's go. And that means we have a really nice box to open. So let's open it, and we have a lot of things in there. First of all, a little bit more gold. I take that. Then we have crystal coins more, so we can choose the crystal coin skin later. Okay, we have a lot of coins. Wait a second. What? That makes no sense. Why do we get skins which we already have maxed? That's so... Okay, that's really stupid. Okay, 40... It seems like 40 for everything. Wait, nothing for the Wave Master. That's kind of strange. Okay, but we're getting the Wizard already, which is nice. We're getting the Knight. We're going to talk about those in just a second, which is really cool. So we have the Ice Wizard, which is really strong as well. The Barbarian sucks, to be honest. We have... What do we have as well? Mini Pekka. Let's go. Mini Pekka already. That's nice. So we have him already on 2-star. This is everything you need for the mini Pekka. That's awesome. Okay, we have the Musketeer. Okay, that's the worst mini in the game. That's not cool. Yeah, that's not so useful. But okay, let's see what we can get elsewhere. We have the Boulder. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Boulder is kind of fine as well in a lot of those matches. Giant Skeleton. Perfect. I like it. Let's go. A lot of nice mini already. We have the Mega Knight. Not the best forecast, but he's definitely not too bad. Definitely not too bad. And we have the Prince as well. We have... What do we have? We have the Fisherman. I mean, I like that we unlocked the Fisherman, but to be honest, you don't need him on any star upgrades. Like, he's not as useful over there. Like, you just want to place him to have the grab. And then we have it, 50 Wave Master coins. To be honest, I thought we would get all of the 120 hero fragments for the Wave Master. But okay, nothing we can do about that. Then we have the level up. Oh, nice. Okay. So this means we have a lot of things to do. We can upgrade him in later and everything. But you can see everything got reset. So which minis should you now buy? Because you can go into the shop. Obviously, all of those nice bundle over there. But you can go now into the shop and buy a lot and use the refresh button. So which mini should you upgrade? Okay, let's start with the 2 elixir minis. You can see on the other side a really cool graphic, which I'm really going to explain kind of quickly to you. So every single mini has a border. The color of the border means how important it is to upgrade those mini, to buy those mini in the shop. Red means get those mini as fast as possible. They're really OP. You want to get them and buy them as soon as it's possible. Blue means don't buy them at all. Blue is pretty bad right now with all of the other minis being strong, so you should not buy blue minis overall and get them maybe from free quests or something, but don't buy them in the shop. And green is something in between. Green is really depending on which heroes you're playing, and I will go through every single mini and explain which you should get and which minis you should try to avoid. The number as well right next to the mini means to which star level you need to level that mini. So for example, let's start with the Knight. The Knight has a red border, which means he's one of the strongest mini right now in the game. You want to upgrade him as fast as possible. But on the other side, though, his 3rd star ability is pretty useless. So you only need to upgrade him to the 2nd star ability. After that, it does not matter. That's what the number stands for. The next one is going to the Barbarian. Do not upgrade that. He's pretty useless right now. Valkyrie is strong. You have the Wizard, you have the Giant Skeleton. So much splash damage that the Barbarian is really weak right now. But if you upgrade him, well, go all the way. Because all of his star upgrades are really good to use. And I can recommend all of them. Next mini is the Miner. The Miner really depends right now. The Miner is not as strong with the current minis, which are strong. Especially so many frontline minis are strong. So a Miner is not as strong to snipe one single wizard in the back, so that's kind of useless. That's why I would not recommend the Miner. You should try to avoid him. The Archer is pretty much the same. The Archer is really strong to get access to backline minis, which right now is not the case. You have so many strong frontline minis with the Knight, for example, Valkyrie, Giant Skeleton. We're going to get to those in just a second. So he can be strong with the Barbarian King. Otherwise, with the nerfs, which the Archer got, I don't think it's that wisely to upgrade it. Now the Spear Goblins. The Spear Goblins is kind of nice in a couple of different decks where you are trying to rush one lane with the Bowler, with the Prince, with the Spear Goblin, for example. But at the same time, you do not need to upgrade him all the way. So only the first star ability is important. So you can put some points or you can put some gold into him. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend him. The next one is the Wizard. The Wizard is a no-brainer. The Wizard is insanely strong. Buy him if you can in the shop. And as well, he's kind of cheap. The next thing is he's having the anti-heal on the third star ability. So try to max him all the way if possible. The next one being the Ice Wizard. Ice Wizard actually being one of the stronger minis right now in the game. I think he's really underrated with having a huge buff to pretty much all of his star abilities. So you want to try to max him out as well, getting to the third star ability. Next one is the Fisherman, which is going to get, I think, he's going to get added to the game on the 31st of March. So either way, he will be, if there is no rework happening, he will be the worst mini in the game. So do not upgrade him at all, even though he's a new mini. Don't do it. Except there's a rework, which I'm going to show you on this YouTube channel, if there might be. Next mini is going to be the Guard. The Guard is now actually a little bit worse than the Knight. So if you're using, for example, the Guard for defending a Miner, which is really uncommon, that's where the Guard is still better. So it's really depending on what you're facing. If you're facing a lot of Miners, go for the Guard as an upgrade. If not, do not touch him. He's not as strong as the Knight anymore. As well, the Guard, all of those star abilities are important, so you can go all the way. Let's now move on to the next 3-star Elixir minis. Starting things off with the Musketeer, and oh my goodness, I think without the Fisherman in the game, the Musketeer is probably the worst mini right now in the game. Do not touch her. She has zero good upgrade possibilities. There is no reason. You have the option of going the Dark Goblin or you're going the Musketeer. It's easy. Always Dark Goblin. Do not touch the Musketeer. Next one, Giant Skeleton. I already said. He is insane strong. So much possibility with so many melee mini being good. Just put a Giant Skeleton in front and you have already instant value. So that's another good thing. With so many 3-star Elixir minis being good, well, the Lumberjack is another one. Go for all of those upgrades, as well as the Giant Skeleton. Go all the way to the 3rd star. Next one is the Mini Pekka. The Mini Pekka became incredibly powerful with this last update, especially the Dissipate ability. And that's the most important one as well. That's why you only have to upgrade him to star level 2. The next one is going to be the Dark Goblin. I already talked about that. He's really good in some decks. So for example, in some melee matchups, he's really nice, especially still with the Barbarian King. Boosting up when he's really stacked up with the attack speed is still insanely strong. So if you like him, you can definitely go for the upgrade. Bowler as well. The Bowler on the clone map can be a huge game changer. I saw a couple of people maxing the Bowler like 3-star in a match. And he's so annoying. He's stunning for so long, dealing so much damage, and he can be actually a really good carry. So you might want to go for him. Next one, the range healer. Battle healer is going to be later. Battle healer, he can be good. Like she can be good in some matches, protect your backline, for example, the Royal Champion or the Queen. But otherwise, it's hard to use her, especially with the recent changes. Still, though, in my opinion, a green mini. So if you consider her, you want to upgrade her as well to star level 3, because that's where she's getting the attack speed buff to her arrow. And now we might get to the most broken minion right now in the game, which is the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie got a 3 HP buff with this last update, which is just insane, dealing splash damage, which is good for all of those decks, and just overall an incredible strong mini. So you definitely want to upgrade her. Next one being the Golden Giant. Golden Giant, I mean, no big surprise. He's a really beefy boy, and as well, only getting added later to the game. Same as the same as the Swordsman. He's going to get added at the 31st March to the game. So, but still, I think I will put him in green because I think he can be still being pretty strong. Next one, we have the Fisherman, which is going to get added now to the game, and oh boy, versus the Royal Champion, versus any backliner, versus the Queen, you want to have him. He's really hit or miss, but still, just having the pressure that you might place him on the board is already giving you a lot. I think, in my opinion, you'd never want to upgrade the Fisherman, to be honest. But if you want to do so, I think the plus shape is the best thing. So second star ability already is going to be enough if you want to buy him in the shop. Next one is the Prince. The Prince can be used with a lot of those clash abilities together. Like I said, with the Boulder, with the Spear Goblin, the Prince itself. So he is definitely still usable. And especially on the clone map with the Pony upgrade, you can have a lot of impact. So still a green mini in my opinion. And the Pekka. The Pekka actually turned into a super mini over the last update. You can have a 3-star Pekka and he can clear the entire board. The healing which he's getting from takedowns is just incredible. The tankiness which he's getting from the block shield is incredible. So this mini alone can be already a one-man army. Be careful, and as I said, upgrade him as quickly as you can. Now the Magic Archer. The Magic Archer is still strong, but at the same time, as I said, especially with the Fisherman, there is not a lot of room for backline mini. I think the Magic Archer can be really good, but be careful, he's really hard to use. You need to know those angles and how to place them, but then it's a really good mini overall. Next one is the Battle Healer. And oh boy, the Battle Healer is not in a good place. I don't know, with so much burst, so much splash damage in the front line, it's really hard to use the Battle Healer at the moment, and especially with the Wizard is everywhere or contest or something. Healing is not as easy, so I will put Battle Healer for sure into the blue tier, which means, well, don't touch him, like, do not go for any upgrades. Mega Knight. Mega Knight is incredibly strong with a couple of decks. We have seen this now with Royal Champions, for example, and many others. He's really strong, especially with the next, or like with his new 3rd-star upgrade. He can be really, really strong. So definitely something you want to look into when you're playing, for example, a ranged hero like the Royal Champion or the Queen. Next one, the Electro Wizard. Electro Wizard has his time back. I think he had a lot of buffs, and he can be used in a couple of decks, like the Monk, like the Contest, for example. So he's still a really solid mini, which you want to upgrade if you're going for those decks like the Monk or the Barbarian King. Next one is the Witch. I think it's hard to tell what the Witch is, because I feel like the Witch can be strong in some matchups, but can be really weak into others. For example, the Royal Champion is getting free resets with the Skeletons. On the other side, though, the Monk is having one ability against one skeleton, which turns him into being a useless hero. So really good and really bad matchups. I would definitely put her into green, because she can be really, really strong. As well, you want to max her as well with the 3rd-star ability. And that were all of those mini already. I really hope that you have now a great idea of which minis you should try to upgrade. I would definitely look into my own guide and see which I want to upgrade first. And I will see you guys back for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.